Hey guys, Level Zero here, and today I have another video for you guys. Sorry for the lack of content. I'm having some ISP problems. So what I wanted to talk about is competitive gaming for like the rest of the people. What I mean by this is like Call of Duty and Battlefield. This is going to be primarily on Battlefield, but since Battlefield 1 isn't out, I'll just be throwing some ideas out there so they can like if anyone there is watching that they can maybe try and implement this. Now, the gameplay you're seeing in the background was like me and like one of my good friends on PC. I've been having a lot of fun with Black Ops 3 lately, and I don't know, I just like it. You guys seem to like it because I get a consistent amount of likes on it, so that's nice. We had a pretty good comeback on this match, so that's just enjoy that in the background. But what I wanted to talk about was you remember how in like Call of Duty or Battlefield, remember in Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 and like, all Call of Duties, how there was always this one guy that used to like that was toxic and always used to be salty, swearing, and then you're always getting demolished by him. Now, in Battlefield, I can understand this, but in Call of Duty, there used to be like skill-based matchmaking, but they take it out, put it back, take it out, put it back. It's because the community complains because sooner or later when the game dies, like and maybe the next Call of Duty isn't as great, it becomes harder and harder to find matches as the game gets older and older, and depending on what the devs do with the actual game. So what I'm trying to say here is in Battlefield, obviously it's up to the server owners how the balancing works, and there can't be really any skill-based matchmaking in a Battlefield game because of it's always third parties that supply the servers. Um, what's it called? Uh, Dice doesn't actually own the servers that they provide. It's actually external server providers, so it kind of sucks. But what I wanted to talk about is if you guys played MW3 later into the life cycle, you would know that there is like this game mode called Face Off. I don't actually have any gameplay of this, but what Face Off was like 1v1, 2v2, 3v3s, and 4v4s. If you play Call of Duty now, it's pretty much a rebranded version of like UMG tournaments and all of those stuff if you keep up with that type of stuff. In Battlefield, my mic is really close to my mouth. And wow, I'm looking at the thing right now. I might just turn myself down in editing, but I'm looking at like the bar that shows how loud you are, and it just went down by so loud much. So yeah, sorry for that. You guys probably won't know because I'll probably turn it down in editing. But in Battlefield, there was never really like a competitive type of game mode. Maybe there was, and maybe I'm not paying attention. In Hardline, I know there was like these ranks you can get, but there was really no one really ever played that game. I don't even remember what it was called. Rescue, Search and Rescue. I don't even know what that game was called, but it was really fun. But too bad on PC the game died really quick. So what Hardline did, if you guys don't know, is that they added in these ranks. I'm not really sure, don't quote me on it, but I do remember watching like a YouTuber like Jack Frags, and he was like, hey, they had it in these ranks, so the more you play, like the higher the rank you get, something like that. Um, I think they should do that with Battlefield 1, or have a separate game mode where it's like competitive, like maybe not. I don't know what they're gonna call it now. I know in Battlefield 4 it was called Diffuse, and Battlefield 3 was like Squad Rush, and then I don't know what they're gonna do for Battlefield 1. But I really hope that they have like a competitive game mode and they assign ranks depending on how good you are as a reward for that. Because for me, I don't really like playing against good players unless I'm getting something out of it. And if I win, all you have is like all you could say is like, hey, I won against you, and it's pretty much your word against theirs. But if you had like a rank such as like global elite, like Counter Strike, people know how good you are, and people know how better you are than most people. Kind of like Counter Strike. Now, I'm not saying you should copy Counter Strike, but what I am saying it's like maybe they can do what Black Ops 2 did with the League play if you ever played that. I know if you guys are on PC, you probably don't even know what I'm talking about because that thing was probably never played. But yeah, so what I really wanted to get into, so we really wanted to get into in this like little commentary is like how badly things are balanced between console to like Call of Duty and Battlefield and Call of Duty are perfect. I don't even think I think I just messed that up. So I'm just gonna do it again. I want to talk about how badly things are ported between consoles. Battlefield and Call of Duty are perfect examples of this. Now, some people that have never played Battlefield on the PC are probably just gonna disagree with me and say, "Hey, I think it's balanced." But when you play Battlefield 4 on something like a PC for a really long time to go to console, it's significantly harder to control recoil. Now, I'm not trying to say anything. I'm not trying to start anything. I know some people are just gonna be like, "Hey, I can control it really well," and that's good for you. But I think that is way too hard to control a recoil on console as to why um, competitive Battlefield only really exists on the PC because there's too many things you have to think about when you're in that type of scenario. Now, in Call of Duty, most people that play Call of Duty on the PC and don't play it on the console are always going to tell you that, Call of Duty is shit because they all they do is buff these OP guns and don't tailor anything to the PC. But in reality, the guns that they buff need to be buffed on the console because of how bad it usually is on the console. Like the shotguns were really bad on the console. Like it was really hard to get kills with them because it's hard to like run in like it's kind of hard to explain. But if you use like gung ho and then haymaker on the PC, I think you know what I'm talking about when it's hard to do this exact same thing on console. So it's harder to do some of the maneuvers you're able to do on console that you're able to on PC. And then the point I'm really trying to make here is that they should have different update little patches. So if they're buffing something specific to the console, it only should be on the console. And if they're updating something specific to the PC, it really only should be the PC. Now they already do this when optimizing the game for the PC. I don't really see why they can't do the same thing. Like, does it cost more money to do that or something? I'm not really sure. But in the end, if they really want to like test stuff, they should just do a Battlefield Dinners and have a community test environment where like you can test patches before they go live to make sure nothing's broken, and it'd just be really easier for Call of Duty to not mess up their game and bring some more life into the PC version of Call of Duty because it's pretty much dying at this point. Every year they make a new Call of Duty and port it to the PC, it's popular for like the first 2 months. People do what they want to do, and then the game pretty much dies out. Now, Black Ops 3 has a pretty healthy community. Like, I don't have any problem finding matches during any type of the day. Like, I can pretty much find a match any time of the day, whether it's 5 o'clock in the morning or just any type of any day. Oh my God. Any type of the day, I can just find a match, and it's the same thing with Battlefield. I don't know why people say, "Hey, um, Call of Duty is dead on PC." It's not dead per se. It's just it's dead compared to console. It's the best way to put it. But it's certainly not dead. Like you can always find a match, and I hardly ever see the same people twice. The only time I'm pretty good on I got pretty good at the game now, so I kind of see the same good players twice. So I'm guessing there's some type of skill-based matchmaking there, but it's just not fully implemented. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this little rant. I was rambling. Hope you guys can forgive me. I'm gonna be going back to uploading every other day. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. And as always, this is Level Zero, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.